All right, so we're done with chapter 1. We're going to move into chapter 2 now. Chapter 2 is just a review of algebra. So I'll be honest, we're going to cover a lot of ground in chapter 2, but it's all review. There's going to be really very little new information in chapter 2. The only new things we're going to do in chapter 2 is that we're going to practice calculating some limits and some derivatives. So that you get used to working with the algebra of those types of things. But we're also going to review a bunch of concepts that you should know coming into this class from your algebra classes. So we're going to talk about algebraic functions. So we're going to be talking about things like absolute value functions, quadratic functions, cubic functions, and others as well, right? Radical functions and some different things like that. What I've done here is I've provided you with some graphs of these functions, and you need to memorize these, right? You need to memorize just the basic shapes of all of these different kinds of functions, okay? So commit them to memory, make flashcards if you want, but it should be sort of engraved on your soul. Like you should know when you see f of x equals x cubed, this picture should just pop into your brain along with it. Okay, in order to be able to graph transformations of functions and things like that, which we're going to want to do in this section, you need to know what the parent functions look like. And so, so this is good information to have memorized. When you're looking at limits or whatever else, it's like, it's just good. It's just nice to have a picture in your mind of what the function looks like. So memorize these functions, and like I said, you might have to make some flashcards or something to do it, but it'll serve you well as we are talking about, as we're reviewing all of these algebraic functions that you've looked at in the past. So that's all I want to say by way of introduction to chapter 2. I'll see you in 2.1.